What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of From the Sideline. I'm your host, Troy, and I'm back with the boys. What's up, fellas?
What's going
What's the
on?
word?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's the word, man? Good. How you guys feeling, man? You guys ready to get it today?
Let's
Yeah,
rock,
for sure.
man.
Boo up. Don't make me bring it back out. Don't make me bring it back out, all right?
Oh,
All right? All right? Don't make me do it. What's up, G, baby? How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, new apartment unit, so a little different setup. I ain't got the purses and
Yeah,
stuff hanging up
man, that was a
behind me
nice
and stuff.
decoration, though, man.
Yeah, we in the process of moving. So right now everything's in the apartment. We just, we got the bed and the clothes that we need. That's all that matters. So we go.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing the rest of this weekend, unpacking.
Yeah, moving.
That's
It's the
what's
same
up.
unit. It's just we're on the second floor now. That's the only thing I don't like. I do not like second floor.
You was on the first floor?
I was on the first floor before.
You want to hear something
Oh
funny?
my god!
You want to hear something funny? I hate first floor.
Nah,
You
I
was
love
the
them
first
because
floor?
I want to be able to walk freely and move freely, and I don't want to have to worry about people up underneath me, like
Facts.
all that. But honestly, the reason why we took this second floor, when we were about to sign, because we pretty much already accepted it, they knocked it down $200. I was like, hey, babe, this is probably the best deal we gonna get right now. I was like, I'll tolerate a second floor for $200 less. So
Now, see, I got a weird. I mean, maybe Boo Wop, maybe you'll understand it, but I grew up in the hood. So when those things start flying, what they hit the first floor. So
No, them facts.
now I'm on the third floor where I'm at. I told we had the chance to take the first floor. I said, nah, I'm good. I walk up on those stairs.
No, them facts though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them
Good,
facts.
man,
Them
good-
bullets
good
do fly at
exercise,
the first
G,
floor
baby.
first. I'm just lazy now, bro. I can't do no stairs.
Hey, I'm lazy too, but I'll check it up them stairs. Be tired.
I ain't man.
Tired to the motherfucker, but I'm gonna check it up those stairs.
I could tolerate some stairs in my crib. I don't know if I could tolerate the stairs in the joint.
Shit.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just
I
lazy,
I
man,
did,
bro.
bro.
I equate the stairs in the apartment to the stairs in my crib. Just gotta
Hey,
get upstairs to the
Sure.
bed. That's it. That's it.
no SB today?
No SB. He said he couldn't make it.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Because I need to talk to you and SB. You and SB, y'all scared me the other night. Let me clarify this. So just again, y'all
Well-
saying you and SB. I'm
Wow.
finna tell you. I'm
Wow.
finna tell you real quick.
Wow.
I'm finna tell you. Are you telling me that you think a coach is more important for one game than a key second option?
What? Do
I
I,
would
think
say
a
yes.
coach?
Remember I asked you guys
Do I think a
about
coach? Are we talking
would you
about
rather
the
have
Phil
Scotty
Jacksons or Ben?
or Phil?
Phil? And I told you Phil.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
for
taking
one game.
Dawson. I'm taking the coach.
Yeah, I would take the great coach before the second player.
it depends on who the second player is, though. Because, like, if this is Shaq and Kobe, you know what I mean? I'm taking Kobe before I take Phil Jackson. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I kind of. Do you think Shaq and
Well,
Kobe works
see,
without
but
Phil
even-
Jackson then?
But even with that,
Not
they
as
did.
much, but I think they can get one. Same
The success.
team,
I'm
no
just talking
Phil.
the same success. The same
They
success.
did
Nah,
Shaq.
they're not
They
that's
did
getting the
Shaq
same
and Kobe.
success.
All right.
Nah, I don't. They're not
But
getting
you
the
not
same success.
listen.
right?
You're not getting the same success without Kobe. You're not.
That's true too.
That's fine.
That's true
It's
too.
like you're not getting the same success without Mike.
Oh,
But
but
it's
that's
one
the
game.
first option. We're talking about the second
I
option.
said one game though.
Right,
That's
but
But
you
it's
why I
one
asked
game.
can argue
One
who's
game.
second option. One game.
One game, I can. Yeah, one game. I'm taking the coach.
I'm taking Phil. Taking a great coach.
One game? Still?
One game.
Now
I
a
could
season,
understand.
I hear y'all. A
Right.
season,
I could
hear
almost
y'all.
understand the season. We watched Golden State in 2017 win 43 games without Steve Kerr?
Oh, one
Like,
game.
Hey,
you
got
can win
Luke
a-
Walton paid. Got
Yeah.
Luke Walton paid, and we all know that
But
man wasn't doing
That
nothing.
goes to culture.
And
okay.
And then we also,
Okay, if the coaching
but we
system is
also saw,
created, you can't survive a game without your coach.
No,
but then we also saw Kyrie
but you
Irving
can
and
also
Kevin
survive a
Durant
game
shit the
without
bed
your second best player.
without a good coach.
Yeah, listen. That's for a whole
We saw
season,
the Grizzlies.
and we
We
know
saw
Steve
the
Nash not a
Grizzlies
good coach.
survive a lot of games without their number one player.
Yeah, they won't do it again. Sometimes
So
the
you
teams are
taking
It's
Steve
not
not
about
Nash
good.
doing
over
a game.
Kyrie
It's just
Irving?
one game.
So one game
No,
you taking Steve Nash over Kyrie Irving?
Oh no, in
We
that
said a good.
situation though.
We
We
said
said
good
great
coach.
coach. You said great coach.
yeah, even a great coach. I think if I got my second option, I mean, like the reality is, if I don't have my second option, we're going to probably lose that game if I'm standing on the
Are you
sideline.
taking? If you ask me, if
So in a game
I'm
seven,
taking Pop
in a
or
game
Tim,
seven,
taking Pop.
Mhm.
and you had to pick either the head coach or the second player. Who you said you'll take the
For
second player.
most of the time, I'm taking the second player because the way I view it,
In
when
a
it
game
comes to game,
seven,
well, that's what I'm about to explain. In a game 7, the way I view it, the way I view game 7s, hey, you can come up with all the X's and O's, Y's and Z's you want. It's about what it's a like for example,
It's
like
what team
LeBron,
wanted the most.
a 2016. LeBron coming back 3-1. Steve Kerr could have came up with the greatest game plan anybody ever had. I still don't think they were gonna win that game. And that's just because of LeBron. Like, LeBron and
no,
Kyrie. I mean, more so Kyrie. I know we're talking about second options. But the way I feel, especially with all that momentum they had, you tell me that game 7? Nah, hey, Ty Lue, you cool? I need Kyrie here. I'm taking Kyrie. I'm taking the second option. In 2015, I'm taking Clay over Steve Kerr.
think about what you just said. It was Tyronn Lue's decision to put the ball in Kyrie's hand at the end of the game. Most
No,
coaches
was
would
it?
put the ball. Most coaches would put the ball in LeBron's hand.
I can't get with you on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, look, I love Ty Lue.
I
think he's
kind
a
of go.
top
I can go
three,
there with him.
top
I
4
can go there.
coach. I don't think it was a Ty Lue call, personally,
So where did it
because
come from? Where did it come from?
I genuinely
LeBron?
believe,
LeBron.
like real talk, I genuinely
Chris Bosh,
believe
not the pass.
LeBron. Like that
Ray
was the
Allen in the
mismatch.
corner.
That was the mismatch. Like Steph was on Kyrie. Kyrie's gonna.
What's a
like,
better
personally-
mismatch? A 6'9", 260-pound dude on a 6', 380-pound dude, or two 6', 380-pound dudes going at it?
Okay, I hear you. Like if you go like strength wise, but literally nobody had been making a shot for a minute. And Kyrie, I mean, I love Steph. Kyrie had been cooking Steph all series. Like he was going to work on Steph all series. So you go with what keeps working. And they weren't switching. And they weren't even when LeBron was trying to get Steph on to him, they would switch that real quick and put another big body on him. That's why they were living with Steph on Kyrie. Because every time LeBron would try to get Steph on him, oh no. They did whatever they could
Curry
to
would
make
go
sure
around
Steph
it
wasn't on.
to get
They
to
would do
somebody
whatever they could. They were living with Steph or Kyrie because LeBron was the one they was worried about. That's why they were throwing Draymond and Iggy and like I think they were even living with Looney
Dawson,
at the
thank you
time
for the follow.
on him or whoever their center
I was on YouTube,
You know what I
actually.
mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like that decision, that was the best mismatch. Because LeBron wasn't about to hit that 3. Like, I love LeBron. He might have got to the free throw line. He might have got a little mid-range. But Kyrie had been cooking Steph all series. And like I said, it's situational. It depends on who the second option is. Because, like, I'm taking Chris Middleton. I'm taking Chris Middleton over Mike Bud. But, like, am I taking Kobe? I'm sorry. I'm taking, like, Kobe over Phil Jackson at that time. Like, when Kobe was, like, I'm taking... But, like, if you look at, for example, I think I would rather have Ty Lue over Paul George.
We saw Kobe
or Eric
Spoelstra
over Bam Adebayo. You know what I mean? Like there's some coaches I'm taking over.
You would take
Spo over like if you had.
Okay, I thought you said you would take Bam over Spo.
No. I'm taking Spo over Bam. You know what I mean? So like there are situations. Yes, I'm taking the.
That's
coach.
what I said. That's
but
what
if your
Boo
second
said,
option
great
is
coach.
like
Boo said great coach,
Yeah.
I'm automatically thinking.
I'm going coach.
Pop.
I'm going.
Yeah, look, those
even
guys
the great
on that.
coaches though, if it's a great player like Scottie Pippen, like you do not win no titles if you don't have Scottie Pippen probably. Like you don't.
And you can get a title if you have another coach with Michael with the same team, just a different coach. You might not get a 6 straight 3. You might not get 6 titles, 6 for 6.
No, but then
you
now we're
get one
changing
or two.
history though. But
No,
then now
I'm
we
saying
gotta-
no.
now we change- I get what you're saying, but we got to change history for it to fit, and that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
wasn't it Phil Jackson coming in that changed the Bulls?
100%.
I can agree
it was
with you on that
partially
one.
both.
Yeah,
It
but
was
they
the
didn't
fact.
win
It
until
was the
Scott.
fact that Scottie
But
Pippen took
The
another
last
level.
time
You can
the
give the
last time the
credit to
Bulls lost to
Phil.
the Pistons in the playoffs, why did they lose to them?
didn't
Phil
Scotty
Jackson
miss the
was the
game?
coach. Phil
But
No, but
didn't
Jackson
why
was
did
the
but
they
coach
lose
too.
to him though? I didn't say Phil
Because
Jackson's
Scotty
fault.
missed Game 7 with a migraine. Phil Jackson was
yeah,
the coach.
What also happened during that series? What was happening to Scotty in that series? Because remember, the first time they beat the shit out of both of them. Like
I
they
don't think
battered
was
and
Scotty
bruised
there the
those
first
guys.
time.
Yeah,
Was Scotty
Who?
there the first time?
the first time they played them. Yeah, they played them both
Yeah,
times. In the
When
first
they
he
time
got
was a
they played
swept,
rookie.
them,
Scotty was there,
and
They
they
never
beat
got
them.
swept.
No,
or
They
in
beat them
5,
bad.
whatever it was.
They
When
beat
no, they
them
when the
lost
bad.
in
when the
5.
Pistons beat
They
them
lost.
like
They
handily.
They beat
yeah,
them
they lost in
bad.
5.
Right, they beat them
I
bad,
don't
and
know if
then
they
and
even
then
beat him
Jordan
fast.
hit the gym. I'm talking about physically, like the roughness, how they
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
was
yeah. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
they was doing all right. That's what they did to him, right? The next year,
yeah.
Jordan bulked up. Jordan bulked up, right? But
Yeah.
Pippen didn't. Pippen didn't. So they were still able to do that to Pippen. They were still able to tear him up. Jordan could handle it a little bit more because he put some muscle on, right? So he was a little bit stronger. He could handle it. Scotty didn't. That third year, Scotty bulked up too. And that was the big difference. So I get what you're saying. Like Scotty was a big difference, and how I can say, and also how you say it goes both ways with Phil and Scotty. But it took for Jordan to show the way. Like, all right, this is what you're gonna do to me. All right, I'm gonna put some muscle on. And then Scotty was like, all right, nah, I see why Jordan put some muscle on. Let me go put some on this
But
next
but
offseason
that's
so
what
we
I'm
can get
saying.
it.
That's a
I
testament
don't
to
even
having the
think that's
best
what
player
it
in the
Yeah,
is.
world.
Scotty, yeah. No, 100%.
Like people. That's what I hate the most about the Scottie Pippen thing. Because on one hand, I do think he's somewhat overrated at times, but still, to the importance of that Bulls team, not at all.
No,
I'm
yeah,
talking
you
about as
don't
far as
win.
history of the game. But
No, you don't win
he,
two
You don't
threes
win
without
without
Scotty.
Scott. You don't win without Scotty, and
I
that's
can't even really find another player in that era that would have complimented Mike as well either. So like, other than a big man, but I'm talking about like a perimeter based player like Scotty Woods. I can't think of another player that would have complimented Mike
Yeah.
the way Scotty did.
I still think Mike would have won because like there's some
Yeah, I
series
do
where
too.
I just genuinely didn't see them losing. Like the first time, like his first one. Honestly, I don't think he was ever gonna lose that. Regardless,
Oh, without Scotty, he would have
no
lost. He would have lost without
against
Scotty.
against the who
Magic,
he played
no.
the first time.
against the
Magic,
Lakers.
No, not the Lakers, not the Lakers. Who
he
they?
would have
Bro,
lost.
there was a team. There was a team that like
No,
I don't think they would
No,
have
no
won.
team, no team.
If without
You
Scotty,
you
he
you know
wouldn't
what
have won a
team I
single
give you?
one.
I give you one team, and it's crazy. Utah. That's about the only team
Mhm.
because they still had Dennis on Carl,
I
and
don't hate
that's
it.
about the
I
only
don't hate
team
it.
I could see.
But who do the Blazers? I'm sorry, the
but they
Blazers and
dog
the
walked the Lakers.
that's what
Who?
I'm saying. Like I
The
didn't
Who?
think they
Bulls.
would. Yeah, I don't think the Lakers because they were old at
No,
that
but
Yeah,
time. I don't think they
I
would have
get
beat
what
the
Boo was
they
Bulls.
coming
weren't
from.
Yeah,
old. The
but without
Bulls were just a better. The Bulls were
I'm
just a
not gonna
better
sit here and
team.
say
but
because if
Scotty
we're
was
gonna take
phenomenal in that
hold
series.
on, Boo up. But
He
if we're
wasn't
gonna take
phenomenal.
Scotty away, and I know you're saying that you don't see nobody that's comparable in that time to fill Scotty role. But what if it's not necessarily filling Scotty role? And like you said, it could be a center, it could be a point guard, it could be somebody else that comes in and that still works in that Phil Jackson system, and they still go on to win 5 championships, like Kobe did.
I really don't. I'm not
I can see
saying
it.
again. I could
I
see
can see it.
certain players. I just can't see another perimeter player. Like I could think of Clyde. Like Clyde and Mike would
Damn.
have been great, but they wouldn't have been Scotty and Mike. It wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
like
we know what Scotty and Mike looks like. But then what I'm saying, if we didn't, and it was Clyde and Mike, we'll know what Clyde and Mike looks like, and it'd be Mike
Well,
and
Clyde
Clyde
would.
instead of Mike
Well,
and Pippen.
Clyde probably would have been a better, not to
Yeah,
say a better fit, but it would have worked
it definitely would have worked.
because
yeah.
people forget Clyde Drexler was a point guard. He was
Mhm.
never a two. They changed him to a two.
Yeah, I know he could.
I don't want to
I
hear
think he would have
nothing
made it
about
work.
Clyde
What I'm
Drexler.
more concerned with is the level of defense that Scotty and Mike played, and I don't think
Oh no,
Clyde
yeah,
and Mike can
100%.
equal that. Like the level
Jay,
that they played defensive on, it's super scary. You know what I'm saying? So like, then you combine Dennis with that later on. Like, I don't know if Clyde had that in him. Like, like, and then he a little bit older than Scotty. He older than Mike Hill. So I'm just not in love with that pairing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, the
again, I
only
just
other
can't
player,
find no true player that can
the
complement
only
Mike. I'm
other
not
but
saying
player,
what true coach in that time can you say you put in that play in Phil's place and they go and win?
The
it
same
ain't.
amount or just win?
I can't
Because I
say that.
think old boy on the Pistons would have. What was his name? He
Chuck
could have went to
Daly.
the
Chuck
yeah.
Daly.
He could have went to the Bulls and won. I think you could have
It's
put
So is he implementing that triangle system because that's what works so well for that Bulls
but
team?
Phil didn't truly implement that system though. Like
I
Tex
know
Winters
somebody
did.
else. I know I get
Yeah,
it, but
but
Phil
he brought Tex
implemented the
in.
system to the
But he
Bulls.
brought
Yeah,
Tex with him though.
he's the head coach, so of course it was what he wanted to run, and he ran it. But I'm just saying, like the triangle had been around anyway. It wasn't something that had got invented. It
Right,
had
but
been
he
around.
used it. But what I'm saying is he used this system and
Mm-hmm.
with his IQ, with his knowledge of it, how to run it, and what he has learned. Right, he was able to go in and take this Bulls team and get them to two three-peats. Right. What I'm saying is,
Right.
where do you see another coach? Just like we're taking the production of Scotty and we're taking it out and seeing if we can find another player there. I'm saying take the production of Phil and then put another coach there and tell me if they get 2 3-peats.
Not. I don't
I
think. I genuinely don't think. Like, so
I
obviously this
can't
is
say that.
hindsight. I think the only other person that has coached this like up until 2022 that I would be most confident saying could go in there and get
Pop.
2 3-peats is Greg Popovich because I saw what
But
he
do
did.
they?
But I
But the
don't. But I
question
think
is,
a lot of other coaches could have went in there and won, which is why I said Chuck Daly because I don't think he would necessarily run
Pop
the
was the
exact
Bulls coach.
but I
triangle.
think the but I think the
But the
question
Pistons
turns
were built
into.
on defense, and
But the
the
question
Bulls
comes
had that.
into: do they even use Scottie Pippen the way that the Bulls did, the way Phil Jackson did?
Yeah.
I think they would personally.
I don't
At
I
least
don't
for the
I don't.
second 3-peat, I think you could have is like the reason I say Chuck Daly like Chuck
I just
Daly
think it was
had
what I'm saying.
Dennis
Is
and
I
had
just
the
think it was
weaker
a
version
perfect
of
matchup.
Dennis. Like so, I think
What I
he'd
If
be
I had to
fine.
take Phil over Scotty for one game, I'm going Phil because Phil will figure it out.
what I'm not. See, the thing about Phil Jackson is like he was not somebody we knew. Like that's what I be. This is what I mean about players and coaches. It's not a lot of play. It's not a lot of great coaches, right, in NBA history that don't have a great player attached to them. But it's a lot of great
No.
players that don't have great coaches attached to them.
100%.
Because
True.
the reality is that you need, you know what I'm saying, the coach needs the great player. Where the player don't need the coach to be great. He gonna be
Well, no,
great
no, no,
without a great
no.
coach.
Well, there were great coaches that didn't have great players.
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Wilkins. He had
He
shitty
has
teams.
some
Like
good, he,
they
right, right.
used to
But
bring him in to build up teams.
yeah, Lenny Wilkins got a ring though, don't he?
Well, who?
Don't he?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, let's
I
look it
think he
up.
got
No,
a. I think he
I
got a
got it. I
ring.
got it right in my face. I'm on basketball
Yeah,
reference.
he would take shitty teams and make them. I'm not saying they were world beaters, but they were definitely respectable.
I mean, I'm gonna let y'all have that. Though, like I saw 60s here. I'm gonna let y'all have that.
You stupid.
I'm gonna let y'all have
You a
that. Y'all got
dumb.
it.
You a
Like
dumb.
I know the name, but I saw 60s. I'm
G
like,
said the
y'all got it.
60s. Nah, that ain't for me.
No, he wasn't. No, he coached the
Oh
Sixers.
no, I'm sorry. That was his plan. That was his plan. Okay. He coached somebody to a champion, Seattle in '79.
He has some good players on that team. Portland, Bill Walton.
He coached Cleveland in the '80s, Atlanta in
But
the
did he get
'90s.
Bill Walton or was Bill Walton there when he
Uh,
got there? Because that's what Mel's saying. He built teams up. So if Bill Walton got there when he was there, then that's a
nah,
tribute
he
to him.
didn't. He actually didn't coach the team when Bill Walton was there. Oh no, I'm tripping. He did. Yeah, Bill Walton was there.
No, if he was there in the '80s, yeah, but what was
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
But
yeah,
them Knick teams was trash. Them fucking even though he had AI, them Sixer teams
I
was
still
bullshit.
I still hear you though. Like he is a great coach to me, but I'm just saying like he had some great players, but obviously I'm just saying like for the most part of
No,
his
I know what you
career,
mean. I know
he
what you mean.
will.
But I mean, my
But
thing is
can you name another coach though that was a great coach that didn't have great players?
now because this is where can a good coach turn average players into great players?
Can a good coach
No,
do that? Yes.
not
Oh
average
wait.
players.
Integrate? No.
Into great, yes.
Like so,
I,
I would say they would take it a step like average into good, good into great, but not like a like. I think you have to be a great coach in order to take somebody like who was just average, probably wasn't gonna be nothing to stardom. Like I think you have to be in that great category. Like you
I
can be
don't think no
good, but I
coach
don't
can
think
do
you're gonna
that.
do that.
So
That's like
no coach can take good
I can
players
agree
and
with
make
that.
them great.
I disagree with that.
Absolutely.
I
You said
100% disagree
average.
with
When you
that.
say average, see that means that they just a regular guy, and I think at best a great coach might get that guy to an all-star type of position or whatever because he got a great team and he's
So
productive to the team's
what happens
success.
when a guy emerges and he just comes out and all of a sudden he's
I
coming into being a big part of the face of the league or in that circle of being in the face when he just emerges
what
like a
you mean
guy comes out
emerges?
like how like rookies like how rookies come out and now rookies are being named in the upper echelons of
We'll
Go
give you.
ahead.
I'm gonna use Boston as one. I'm gonna use
Go
Boston
ahead.
because
Kate
we
Cunningham
saw it
was
happen. We saw it happen this year. We saw with just the insurgent of Ime Udoka how it changed the whole complexion of the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
That's
Now,
team though.
Wait,
But I'm gonna let you
didn't
finish.
that happen with the Bucks too, though? Like, but no, the reason why I can agree with Mel is because he got every individual player to step their game
because
up, to buy into the system and do what they needed to do.
Marcus Smart turned into the defensive player of the year. We're talking about
He
Jason
turned into a
Tatum
point guard.
as a top 5
But
player in the league now.
but you gotta
That's the fire that the coach puts behind him.
you can say that he turned Marcus Smart into a decoy, but we all know that Marcus Smart has been a great defender. Period.
Oh,
Right?
Since he got
100%.
into the league.
Before
But,
Udoka.
So
but that doesn't
I
Like,
believe
mean.
I
But that
believe
doesn't
no,
what you're
you win the
saying, Mel.
depot though off of success though, is what I'm saying.
right,
But
but
no,
that
no.
doesn't mean that he
success.
didn't put him in predicaments and give him more schemes while they were working in there to
The-
get to the ball faster, to work on his craft, to light
So
that
Mel,
fire
what I
under
think
him
you're,
and get
but
him
with
to
that
do more.
example,
the
Mel,
coach pulls out of you what you don't see in you.
yes. So with that example, I believe Udoka helped. I won't even say full, but I believe Udoka made the Celtics be able to reach the potential we all thought they could reach. But
Absolutely.
But that's
I
coaching.
believe yeah.
If you,
But
because you can't
reaching
sit
your
here
full
and say that they
potential
get
doesn't
to the finals
necessarily
with
mean
Brad
turning
Stevens
them average into great.
as the
It
coach.
could
But
just make
Troy,
them reach their full
Troy,
potential.
No.
Troy, why? Go ahead,
Taking
man.
somebody, my bad. Taking a lot. You coming into a situation, and just because a player has potential doesn't mean that they're going to reach it.
No, yeah,
It is
absolutely.
my job as
Yes.
the coach to pull that out of you.
Yes, so I got you, but you can be an average player. I hope you reach your full potential, and you're still average, but you're playing the best you could ever play. So I've still helped you reach your potential, but you're not a great player. We'll stay with Boston. I believe Marcus Smart reached his full potential with Udoka. I believe Derek
Right.
White, even though he came from Pop, Derek White was playing really great and was crucial
Well,
for them.
Udoka came from
But
Pop,
I still think they're
Pop,
both
too.
average players. You get me?
But think about what
I
you
don't
just
know
said.
about Marcus
Were
Smart being there.
was Marcus Smart playing like that last year?
Oh no,
He didn't play like that at all under Brad
Absolutely.
Was
Stevens.
Did Derek White play like that when he was with the Spurs?
No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, he
So
did.
that's
Yeah, he
the,
did.
He did.
Yeah,
He did.
did.
But no, I'm with
That's
you.
why we
Like,
traded for him.
I agree with you that a great coach will make you bring out your full potential. But what you said earlier was turn average into great, and I don't.
okay.
Think, yeah. So
What
if you're
did Bill
gonna say full
Belichick? What did Bill Belichick do to Tom Brady?
That's a good one too, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
one,
can't.
right? But Bill, what you can't do is teach skill, right? Like the player has to develop the skill. Bill Belichick has put Tom Brady in position. You
I'm
feel
gonna
me?
tell you
Like
what
he put him
Tom.
in position
And
to
I would
win.
say Josh
I'ma tell you-
McDaniels had more to do with
No.
Tom Brady's
It was Bill
development.
Belichick, and I'm
It
gonna
was
tell you.
Bill, Mr. NBA.
I don't know.
Belichick. I'm gonna tell you what Bill Belichick did, which I think I wish most coaches would do, because he's a defensive coach. What he did was he didn't teach him offense. He taught Tom Brady defense.
Defense.
He
Yeah,
said,
I
if
can give
I
you
was
that,
playing
yeah.
against you in this certain situation, this is what I would do,
And this is how you should stop it. Yeah.
and this is how you attack.
But wouldn't that be
Yeah.
teaching him to
that's-
understand what he can do, like where his
Yeah,
skill can go?
I can get with you on that, but
But that's coaching.
yes, it is, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't want that to get lost. I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I
genuinely am
also
not
think Pop
disagreeing
did. Like, not
with what
Pop.
you're saying.
Phil did. You don't think Phil went in there and had that same effect on Jordan and Pippen?
Not
to get them
Jordan,
in the right-
Pippen, yeah.
Nah,
in the
because
right-
I give you
I think
Pippen.
Jordan was on the way to win regardless, but Phil
Yeah.
came in and they just dominated. Like that '90s era was dominated by the Bulls. Even
Part of
once
it was
Michael
timing
Jordan
too.
left, they won 50 games and went to the second round. Should have went to the conference finals. So like, I give you the coach. Like I get
But it
it.
was
Like,
even the
but
tweet. Remember when they was in the play. Matter of fact, it was against the daggone Lakers in the finals. Mike was doing too much, and he was like, "Dog, pass the ball." He was like, "Who's open?" He was like, "Paxson." He said, "Passing the fucking ball." And
no,
then
yeah, I get
after
you.
that, but
Yes,
then after that, because you have to sometimes you have as a coach, you have to protect the players from themselves.
yes. So that's why, and maybe I don't want to get too much into arguing. Like you said
Oh
this
no,
way
no, I'm
or
not
that way.
arguing. I'm just
That's no. That's what I'm saying. If you say great coaches help even the average players reach their full potential, I'm not gonna disagree.
Yeah, I
with
get what
on
you
that.
baby's trying to
But
say,
you
but
said
to say it'd be
average to
great.
great, and I'm like that. Like you don't need to be a great coach, or I'm sorry. Just because you're a great coach doesn't mean you're gonna take an average player and turn them great. Like, cause top, like even whoever you consider the best coach in the league right now,
It
I don't
almost
think
happened to
he's going
Jeremy
to
Lin.
take. I don't think you're going to take an average player now
It
and
almost
turn them
happened to
great.
Jeremy
Either they
Lin.
have either you have the potential to be that, or you don't. Like for
when I
example,
say when I say
go ahead.
great, I'm just talking about they're going to be great while they're with you, while they're playing with you. Because because even for the Lakers, look what he did with Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher
I
Look
wasn't
what
never
he
mean,
special though.
I would say he was. I
He
would
was
say he
solid.
did what he needed to do, but I wouldn't call him great. But I get your
Yeah.
point. I get where you're going with
yeah.
it. That it makes sense, but it's
What
just when
what
you say
what
great,
what
I think like top
I
15, top 25 type players, and not everybody can
right.
be that.
I think for the most part, great coaches will max out and get the best out of
No,
their
they're gonna.
guys. And that's
That's what I mean. They're going
Yeah,
to wring that player dry. They are
and
going
then
to
that
get every single thing that they can possibly get out of that player.
absolutely, and in that
but
case, I
but
That's
agree
why
with you.
when players leave certain teams and you're like, why is he not playing the same? Because he's not with that coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we
yeah,
and then
I agree.
You brought up Belichick, which was great because Brady's kind of a tough one
Right.
because the first three championships we all know the defense carried. Then Brady took. Then it was because I
He
always use
imp-
this
he imp-
comparison with Peyton Manning. Everybody always used to say Peyton Manning is for sure the better quarterback than Tom Brady, but Brady's winning more.
mhm.
But then Brady started getting the numbers. Then he started throwing for 5K and started having high potent offenses, and it was like,
because it clicked. Because it
And I
clicked.
maybe
can't and
Brady,
I
hey,
can't get that. I
hey,
can't get no credit to Bill for that though. That's the
exactly,
thing.
and
Like
that was
No,
I
my
can't
point.
give him that.
Yeah,
that's the manifestation of him coaching him up.
yeah,
I
but he
agree.
was
I
average.
I
But
give
Because
you that
Brady
you
was
part
got
of it. I'm talking
average
you
the
about
first three rings though.
but you
Like
got
so,
yeah no
Brady.
you got to understand. I'm a Michigan fan. I've been watching Michigan football since I was a kid. He couldn't start over Drew Henson. He was the
I know.
third string quarterback. He
yeah.
Yeah.
only started his senior year because he was the senior.
Okay, so let me
Right.
ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. If Tom Brady leaves Belichick early,
He's not the Tom Brady we see now.
that's what I needed to know because when Tom Brady left and he went to Tampa, he had already
Yeah,
been with Belichick. He had
That's
he
already
had
20.
seen
all
That's 20 years.
he
everything.
That's
had
20 years.
all that.
He's
He
20
had all
Exactly.
years
the
in at
good
that point.
And he
defenses.
went to a loaded
And
team.
he
And he
was
went to
yeah.
a
No, I don't care about the
hella
loaded
loaded
team. I'm
team.
just talking about him individually. He had all the knowledge that
Yeah, he was
Bill
20 years
gave
in at that
him
point.
of the defense.
Hmm.
He had all the experience of winning championships. Then the type of team, like you said, him going into like he had all the tools he needed to succeed going to that team. And he knew what he was doing when he picked that team to go to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was just saying like the reason why I can't give
Okay,
like
you know
Bill
what?
like he's the
Here's a
head coach, but
here's a
like I
better one.
really go
Here's a
ahead.
better one. When who was the Rams coach? Jeff Fisher.
Perfect.
Look
That's
at
a
the
better example.
difference
Yep.
between Jeff Fisher and when Sean McVay took over.
Yep, that's a better
Same
example.
exact team, the
Yep.
exact same team,
Exactly. That's a much
and
better
it
example.
was night
Because
and
Jared
day.
Goff was about to be a bust. Sean McVay got there. We were like, oh, okay, so it was Jeff Fisher holding Jared Goff back.
But we
Now
see
Right.
that in
Jared
the
Goff,
then we
But
see
now
that in the
Jared Goff
playoff
has
and
shown
in
that
NBA too.
he's
Jeff
actually
Fisher
still kind
is
of
a
mid.
terrible fucking coach.
It's
Like
terrible.
Jeff
throw
Fisher's
that out.
horrible.
Horrible
He
coach.
fucked
So
up
like
Vince
and
Young would
Sean,
be
yeah, I
a
agree.
Hall of
Yeah.
Famer right now.
He should have been. He fucked them up
Uh,
because you just
who
don't know football.
also and
He said
also
gave
too.
Stafford the ball. Huh?
I mean, also too. I would say Marvin Lewis ruined a lot of careers
Don't talk.
personally.
Don't talk about
AJ
Marv.
Green,
I don't know
AJ
if he
I'm
Green.
ruined
personally.
careers.
Don't talk
I
about
want to say
Marvin.
ruined, but there was
Nah,
like,
don't talk about
I'll
Marvin
put it
Lewis.
like
Tell him
this.
to his
I'll
face
put it
when we
like
don't
this.
get him on the show.
How
Tell him
Andy
to his
Dalton
face.
how
Tell him
Andy
to his
Dalton was
face.
able to consistently keep winning that division like
Tell
3
his-
years,
Marvin
4 years
Lewis.
straight.
Tell him
Marvin
to
Lewis.
his face
Nah,
when
maybe
they
Hugh
don't get
Jackson,
him
because Hugh Jackson
on
was a
the
great
show.
offensive mind until he got the head honcho job.
Marvin Lewis. You see what he was doing with that defense?
Listen.
Geno Atkins and them boys.
I mean, hey, they got some cool players. Vontez Burfict couldn't stop, knocking people out. But hey, I don't know. I just look at the Bengals and I'm like, man, like they had some teams that could have done something, honestly.
They were just
And
going up against better teams, though. They were just going up against better teams. You talking about
not
the
every
Steelers at
time.
that time? Was the Steelers at
They
that
were
time was
winning the
rough.
division they won the division
The
like
rate
5 straight years with
they
Ben
didn't win the
with Ben and them
division. They
still
just
there.
went. They just went to the
No,
playoffs.
they won the division. I know there was like 3-4
I think
years straight. They won the division
I
like
think they
at
won
a
the division like
tendency.
Who
once
won
or
the
twice.
division?
Nah.
The
We gonna look that
Bengals?
up. The Bengals won the division for a while, like when Andy
They went
Dalton
to
and the
the
boys
they
was
went
there.
they went to the playoffs 10 years in a row. They didn't win the
Nah, I'm pretty sure
division.
that. We gonna double check that because I swore they won their division.
I think they won it maybe once or twice.
That's neither here nor there. But I think I know there was a year they won like 3 straight times, 3 or 4. Because everybody kept calling them a great regular season team till they got to the playoffs and didn't mean nothing. But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't really be mad at the Bengals. Marvin Lewis for why the Bengals didn't win because like I never thought they was gonna win the title. No year.
They were just a
Like,
Oh,
risk.
I'm not talking about like
They were
Super
the
Bowl, but like they could
they
have
were
did
the
a little
definition
better.
When did
of a
Andy Dalton get
mediocre
drafted?
team. They were just good enough to win, but not bad enough to lose.
When did
Crazy.
Andy Dalton get
exactly.
drafted?
When he got drafted, so I'm looking. Andy Dalton's first year, I guess, as the leading passer was 2011. Wow,
They finished first in the division.
that's crazy. First in
times.
2015, first in 2013. That's crazy. I really thought they won the division in 2014.
That's it. That's
Wow.
it.
Yeah, see.
They came in second in 2014.
G, what are you doing, G? What are you doing, G?
Nah, they came in second.
Don't worry, I took care of him, boo. I
That's
took
crazy because I genuinely thought they won the division.
care of him. Whack a G, baby. I done took care
That's
of him.
crazy.
Nah,
them
they
boys-
were just consistently going to the playoff. That's all. They were just
Yeah,
they were just
they
consistently
was just
going to
a
the playoff.
playoff team.
Okay,
That's it. They just was
Wasted
fortunate
AJ
to be
Green's
one of the
prime.
5 or
They
6
for
best
sure
teams in
wasted
their
AJ's
conference.
Green prime. I will say that. AJ Green was top 5 receiver.
I don't even want to say they
balling.
wasted his prime though. Like it's like
It's hard because they played. It's when you stuck between really good teams and you're a mediocre team, bro. It's like you got there's nothing you can do about that.
Are you talking about in their division?
You got in the whole conference. You had the
Oh, in the
you had the
conference.
Patriots.
Okay. Yeah,
You
the
had the
conference,
Ravens.
okay,
You had the
'cause
Steelers.
a lot of people weren't going to beat the Patriots. A lot of people weren't going to be. I mean, other than
The
Patriots.
Chargers, the Colts. Like
Hey, nobody was worried about the Chargers at this time. I'm sorry. Nobody was
What?
worried about the Chargers at this time. Everybody knew what the Chargers were. The Chargers were the same thing.
You talking about
team
what-
that was going to fold in the playoffs.
You talking about
With
that
Phillip
Cry Me a
Rivers,
River
yes.
dude? That Cry Me a River
but that's what the Bengals were.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. But you said you had to deal with teams.
But I'm just saying.
like,
But they were all playing at the same time. Is what I mean.
They had that Tony B crying over there in Cincinnati. That Tony B crying, you know. But
You talking
over
about
there,
Chad
Chad
like-
Ochocinco?
no,
Huh?
I'm talking about Andy Dalton, the Tigers, the orange stripes, Tony,
Oh.
the Tiger, Tony B crying.
Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, the Bengals were they were a slightly above average
How
football.
dare you guys say
They went
Rivers
12-4
is
one
better than
year.
Eli?
And I think this is the year. When they went 12-4. That was the year Andy Dalton got hurt.
Matter of fact,
Like the second to last week, bruh. And they still almost beat the Steelers with AJ McCarron, and that was so tough because I think if Andy Dalton was there, they would have made some noise. But
I want you to answer this question, G, because I've been sitting on this one for a minute. I think it was you that I want.
Is it
Maybe
football?
it was somebody else. It's a football.
You guys just crossing over. I got a basketball question just sitting here. But go ahead,
I'm
Pete.
sorry.
All right. Okay. because actually it kind of ties into what we were just talking about. One game, second.
Gotcha.
If you have one, but if you had one game for your life
Uh-huh.
in the
Uh-huh.
playoffs, matter of fact, not even. Your life depended on your team making a run to the Super Bowl.
Run to the Super Bowl. Got you. My life depended on
Right. But you could only pick one of these two quarterbacks,
it. Uh-huh.
Aaron Rodgers or Eli Manning.
Oh my god.
Eli,
I'm taking
give me
Eli Manning because I've
Eli.
seen him do it. I'm taking Eli
Okay.
Manning.
I'm
I saw
taking
Eli
Okay.
Manning do it
Eli.
twice as a 6 seed. I saw him do it
Okay.
twice as a 6 seed and
Get your
won
face, boo.
against the same team.
No, because I asked that question to a couple other people because
Get your face.
I have this thing like I don't rate Aaron Rodgers as high as everybody else does
Like
because
currently or all time?
He needs some
all time.
championships. All time,
Okay.
yeah. He needs some championships.
Because he beats up on a very weak division all season long, and
when he
that
gets
when
to
it
the
comes
playoffs,
when
and
he's not used to playing good teams in the playoffs, so he folds up.
this year, special teams.
You know what's
so
crazy? Aaron Rodgers won Super
Last
Bowl
year.
win. Guess what seed he was?
Third.
He was a 6 seed.
Yeah,
Made it through the
Because-
wild card. I think.
Well,
he's
maybe
lost,
he need to get through a wild
and
card
he's
again.
he's been a 1 seed.
He
at
need to do
least
the
4
Eli Manning.
times, and I think he's lost 3 of them.
they lost. They lost.
2 of them were to the Giants, and last year to the 49ers. As a 1 seed, so he ain't even.
Keep bringing the
he
giant
ain't
love.
even-
Keep bringing it.
No, yeah, the Giants. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. The 49ers can't like as soon as the 49. I mean the Packers get a 1 seed. I'm like, well, that's a loss because
Yeah,
they
'cause
never
it's
make
like-
it out. They went 15-1 one year and
lose the
lost to
first
the
game.
Giants.
Yep.
Like I'm sorry, I can't.
We them boys.
Like I can't. Like
Who
you
that
keep
gonna
losing.
beat them Giants?
You
Not
keep
the
losing.
Green Bay.
Like you keep coming
Right.
up short. I'm sorry.
Not Green
Because
Bay.
I think somebody was doing they was doing a comparison like who would you take out of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, they're the same dude to me.
I get a little emotional. I don't want to be biased, so I don't want to get.
Only thing that I give Drew Brees is he has them 5,000-yard seasons.
I still wholeheartedly believe to this day he should have. I say 2, but he
And Peyton Manning and he
should
has
have an MVP.
and he has Peyton Manning being paid off throwing that interception right to the guy that's standing right there that he saw standing there.
Paid off is crazy.
Paid
Y'all
him
really
off.
just said what
Paid
y'all
you
said.
right. Paid him off crazy.
I mean,
Thank you,
so
Jimmy.
real quick, if we want to get that back, if y'all watch that drive, he was literally throwing the same thing all freaking game. Like eventually the corner's gonna click in their mind. Hey, he's throwing these little short.
And he
routes.
looked right at him. Right
Jumping.
at him. He looked right at him. Here you go. You ready for it? You ready for it? You're not gonna get it. Yeah. Sure.
Peyton Manning was releasing
Peyton-
that ball in like 1 second, bro.
I equate that moment to Mayweather
Peyton-
beating Oscar De La Hoya. That was my last.
He
boxing
did that.
match I
He
ever
said New
watched.
Orleans. He
That's
said
it.
this is for New Orleans. I'm gonna do
That's it.
this for the
He
hometown.
said, "Yeah, I got to do this because they
And
went
if
through some
they
shit."
would have, and I still wholeheartedly believe, if the refs decided not to be stupid, and clearly they were about to lose money on the game, and they would have just called that pass interference, Drew Brees would have retired, beating Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Because I have no doubts in my mind.
I don't know about that.
If the Saints
Don't know
make it,
about that.
we are beating the Patriots.
Listen, the
I have no
only
doubts in
team,
my
the
mind.
only team that can't stop Tom Brady in the comeback is us. They came back
And the
on
Eagles.
everybody else. Look what they did to the
The
Falcons.
the Eagles too.
The Eagles is all right.
Eagles-
Tom Brady
hey,
let them have that one. He said, "You know
hey,
what? This I can't. I
Hey,
don't want
Nick
to win no
Foles
more
was
for the
looking
Patriots."
like. Hey,
Nah,
Nick
Bill
Foles
Belichick
was
shit
looking
in
like
that. He
Patrick Mahomes out there, and that's
Oh, Bill was like, nah.
Bill
He was like, F Tom Brady. I'm not helping him win another one. Do it by
He-
yourself.
when he
Do
said
it by yourself.
the
Let me
second
see
he
you do it by
sat the
yourself.
second he sat Malcolm Butler, I was like, this is stupid.
Do it by yourself. No, let me take all your help out. Do it by
Oh,
yourself.
Who got
but
more rings, Sean?
I got people telling me Malcolm
got
Butler
more
was
rings,
mid
Tom
on the
Brady?
Patriots, bro. Man.
I'm gonna
Tom
leave it
Brady.
at that.
One more
Leave it
ring,
at
right?
that.
One more.
Yeah, won that boy right after he left.
I can see.
Smooth right after he left.
I can see. I can see.
No, wait.
you talking about
Belichick
Bill
has more
Belichick?
rings.
You
Belichick
talking about
has
Bill? Oh,
more-
that's why I asked him. Bill, you talking about Bill? Or
Yeah.
Eli?
No,
You
Bill
talking
has more
about
rings.
Bill or Eli?
Yeah, I was like, Bill has rings as a DC. Does he
Are you
not?
talking about Bill?
Oh, y'all
Yeah.
counting them? My fault. Even
Yeah,
though he was integral to them
he's got
defenses,
three with the
I'm
he's got
counting
three
the
with the Giants,
ones.
So if you're just counting
No,
head honcho, I
two.
get you, but
You got two with the
two with the
Giants.
Giants.
That's ironic that that's the team that beat his ass twice too.
Yeah. Yeah, get that
Ironic.
bill out of here. We pay all
Nah,
our
but
bills around here.
twice too. Like
That's
the
right.
first one,
We
hey,
pay
you should have
all the
went
bills
undefeated.
around here.
But all right, you
Bill
went in there cocky.
Belichick
The
though
second time, you shouldn't have lost, bro. The second time was
is
crazy.
the
What are you talking about?
anomaly
You
for
talking
the
about the
making
Mario
guys better though.
Manningham catch on the sideline? Give me that tiptoes.
Wait, what you mean, Bullock?
No, I said Belichick is like the anomaly though. Like he is a guy that can make you average, like to great. Because for one, I just think football is super situational. He's the master of situation. Like he knows how to.
He
He
always finds a
knows.
way to be relevant.
You know what I'm saying? To put guys in
Even
roles where
last
they
year,
I was
excel.
just about to say last year they made the playoffs.
Last year,
and ain't nobody saw that.
Nobody thought they was making the
So
playoffs.
that's why I think
Yeah.
they have. I don't think they're going to this year, but they
I
definitely
definitely don't think
have a
they're making it.
chance.
I definitely.
I'll
They just
argue
don't have
what?
the talent to me.
I think they have the opportunity to make the
To
playoffs.
what?
Always though. They're like
Barely,
to make the play.
barely
It's
though,
like-
like
it's-
as a
it's like-
7 seed.
It's like,
Like, that's
as
the
long
only
as I
chance
know
they
Greg Popovich on that sideline for the Spurs, like they gonna be a competitive team. That's what the Patriots are. They gonna always be in the game, and if you make a mistake, Bill's gonna make you pay for that shit. Like that's
Yeah,
what he does.
because they were not too long ago. We talk about the Patriots' schedule after like their bye week, and I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. They got a lot of big hitters on there, but I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple teams that I think can get caught. Like for example, they played the Raiders this year. I know what
Nope.
everybody thinks the Raiders are going to
Nope.
be, but look, the Raiders
They're not
can't
beating
go
the Raiders.
17-0. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Like, yeah, cool.
That's
But the
my
Raiders
sleeper
can-
team.
You want to know? You want to know why I say like the Raiders can get caught like
I
from
think
time
Adams
to time?
gonna go crazy
Because
this year.
even though Devontae's there, I love Hunter Renfro.
And
I'm
David
big on
Carr
Hunter
is gonna
Renfro.
be the most overhyped quarterback.
Not so
at
much
the
big
end of
on
next
Josh
season.
Jacobs, but whatever. The reason why I still think that they can get caught sometimes because
I can see it.
the Raiders, I would argue, have had better defenses and on par offenses, and we're still selling. In the past before, with Derek Carr, they were
because the
still
coach,
selling.
because the coaching.
Jack Del Rio was not a bad coach when he had it. When Omari
He was
Cooper and Michael Crabtree was in their
horrible.
prime and the defense was rocking, he was not a bad coach. Derek Carr was
That-
selling a lot too. Granted, Derek Carr's matured. He's better now. But I'm saying, like I don't think the addition of Devontae is all of a sudden going to make them a sound, effective football team. Now,
It
do I think
should,
they'll be
though,
second?
It's
That's what I'm saying. I still think they can get caught.
It's Chandler Jones and Max Crosby on the edges.
Who's their secondary? Who's their secondary? Because
They
they lost
picked- they
Casey
got-
Hayward. Did they not lose Casey Hayward?
Yeah, but they picked up like 3 corners.
Who are they?
You about to find out. Remember
They-
that? See,
they-
G, you
look,
know what's
look.
wrong with that? G, you know what's wrong with that? It was a guy, I forget his name, I forget the team that he was on. But he was saying, we don't even know who you is. We don't even know who you is. You about to get 8. And then caught an interception and took it to the house. Like, when you
But
say
look,
you
my-
don't know who they are, they will
No,
eventually
but
show
I'm
you.
asking because now, like I hear you, but like, it's just the way I look at it, and I think the Patriots, like, I'm not saying they should win. I don't think the Patriots should be favored in any game after their bye week, other than the Jets. I don't think they should be favored in
They're
any
gonna
game.
finish. They're gonna finish second in the division. That's easy. They're gonna
The
finish. second.
Patriots?
Yes.
Yes, I think so too because I'm not a believer in Tua,
that's
so
a
I
good
think
question,
so
No.
too.
Mr.
On paper,
Yeah,
they should, but I'm not a believer in Tua. So
G, answer that question, G. Answer
What?
that question.
Is
by
Carr
Mr.
underrated?
I think
I think he was, and then last year he kind of got the love that he should have been getting.
Carr is going to be the most overhyped quarterback at the end of this season.
Oh no, it's not. I know exactly who it's gonna be, but it's gonna be
No, it's gonna be
deservingly
Carr.
so.
It's gonna be
Hurt.
Carr.
Ooh.
It's gonna be
Because
hurt because he's about to win MVP.
Adams is gonna cook because he gonna get thrown to a lot and he gonna cook. All right. 'Cause
No,
he got
but
that- he
Derek
got- he
Carr's
got
gonna
Hunter
look
Renfro
a-
out there. He gonna cook. He gonna cook, and I
on
think
paper,
people gonna be
I
like
think the
Derek
Raiders
Carr.
the second
we
best team in
told
their
you-
division.
We told you, Derek Carr.
Yeah, for sure,
slept on
for sure.
Derek Carr.
On
He
paper, they're the
underrated.
second best team. Because now the Chargers losing J.C. Jackson for as long as they about to hurts them, but like
They still the best team in on paper. in that
exactly,
division.
I was like, I'm taking Khalil Mack and
Yeah.
Joey Bosa over
their pass rush is going to
Chandler
be
Jones
stupid.
and Hassan Reddick, and I'm definitely taking, even without JC, I'm taking Derwin James over everybody on the Raiders. Like
No,
everybody.
I didn't say that the Raiders were
Yeah,
the
I know.
best team. I just
I'm just saying. Like, I think they still like, because everybody's going to win a game they shouldn't and lose a game they should. And lose a game they shouldn't. That just always happens. Somebody's going to lose a game they probably shouldn't lose. Like, it just happens.
You know what I want? I want the same type of Lions season we had last year, where they could have won every game. That's what I want from the Lions.
The Lions easily could have had like 7 wins.
Like, I want them to be in every game, about to win every game, no matter who they play.
One of their losses took an NFL record field goal. Like you can't make that stuff up. And they bounced off the crowbar and bounced in. Like, you can't make that up.
The Lions.
Yeah, and then the Steelers one, they should have never lost. Like, they had every opportunity to win that game and just couldn't do it. Like, I think to finish up that,
Jones.
I think Herbert for sure. I mean, I have him winning MVP. I think the Chargers are finna be a 1 seed, and I think Herbert's winning MVP. That's how high I view Herbert. So yeah, I think he's
not
They
far
did get better. I
would
would give you that. They did get better.
Yeah, it's not that far fetched. I think everybody's
That's not
going
a
to totally
ridiculous
understand.
No,
that
Yeah, I'm
Keenan
just
Allen's
saying
that dude by the
because
end of the
he said or Troy mentioned like Derek Carr being overhyped. I feel like because Herbert I feel like is already getting OD kind of love. The second he wins MVP, oh my goodness, people are gonna start.
Oh no, I'm not disputing
like
that, but
real talk.
Derek Carr
I think it's 50-50 with Herbert though. Like, I think it's some people that's high on him, then there's some people that feels like he's just
they don't believe in him. They don't
But I
believe
think
in him.
next year it's gonna turn like 75.
I need more years out of him.
50 right now.
I need more years out of Herbert and Burrow because I just gave.
I would say more
Josh
out of Burrow than Herbert.
Nah.
No, I still need to know. I
playing
still
with
need
Burrow.
I still need to see it. I still need to see.
Yeah, I need to see
That's
both
why my
of
biggest thing is consistency. Is both.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just like with Josh Allen. Like, I wasn't giving.
No,
him
he sold me last year. I ain't
and
gonna lie.
then this year in this playoffs, I was like, all right, nah, he is him. He is him.
Yeah.
This was the year for me for Josh Allen.
He was him.
Mm-hmm. And Josh Allen,
I'm
like
like,
the
yeah,
way I look
he
at Josh
legit.
Allen, I know one game shouldn't determine everything, but I saw Josh Allen in that playoff game say, "I'm not losing," and his the number 1 defense in the league, the number 1 secondary, couldn't hold somebody for 13 seconds, bro. Like, the number 1 secondary. I know Trey White was hurt, but still, Micah Hyde and the other dude, I can't remember his name right now. Like,
Jordan Poyer.
They were touted as the best safety tandem. Number 1 secondary.
That's fine, but you can't.
For 13.
Because
they went 40 yards in 13 seconds. That's correct.
Because you can't teach speed. Tyreek Hill is a
It wasn't even him. It was
animal.
Kelsey too.
It was no. But I'm saying no. Because you have to worry about that little motherfucker flying down the middle of the field.
I'm sorry, you the best secondary in the league. 13 seconds should be a cakewalk for you, bro.
No, you cannot teach speed,
It
bro.
should in any other game, but not the biggest game. See, in the biggest game, at 13 seconds,
I know, but
seconds.
I mean, you can if you want to go experience wise. The point is, like, I saw Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen only had a little bit of time to go score too, and he did it. Like, he did what he needed to do. And with Stephon Diggs only going for 1 catch and 7 yards, like, his best player got effectively taken out, and Josh Allen was still making plays when he
Well, that's because they left the other dude 1-on-1.
I know, but
young
quarterbacks, it's often for young quarterbacks, they're gonna try to force feed their number 1.
He's 87 years old.
But okay, young into the league, like, that was only his 4th year. It's usually the tendency is for I don't care. I'm gonna call him a young quarterback. For young quarterbacks to want to force feed their guy, even though, like, they don't like to look at their 2nd and 3rd reads when the number 1 out, because it's the big game. You want to get it to your best playmakers. And I saw Josh Allen be like, all right, look, I'm gonna just take what the defense gives me. That's something that Mahomes had to learn as well. Which is honestly, I mean, he still needs to learn, but he definitely took a step towards it last year. But like Josh Allen, I saw like, hey, look, I'm gonna take what that's what great quarterbacks do. Even if your number 1 option is being taken away, you find a way and you make them plays, and that's what Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen, like I'm not gonna lie, Josh Allen number 2 for me in the league. Like he number 2
Number
for
two?
me. Yeah, he number 2 for me. I'm not gonna hold you. He
Number
2
two,
for me.
what?
Like it's Mahomes and Josh Allen. That's
Whoa.
1-2.
Whoa.
That is
And then Brady's at 3.
that is a
And
statement.
personal
Whoa.
preference, I have Herbert 4 and Rodgers 5, but I know Rodgers.
You're really tripping, G.
No,
Like,
I
you're
just
tripping,
said it's
G.
personal preference. I said it's personal preference, but I know Rodgers is better than Herbert. I know
Rodgers is better than everybody at the 2 spot.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What is Aaron Rodgers? Like honestly.
So, Mill, let's put Aaron Rodgers on that Tampa Bay Bucks team. How you feeling? Aaron
They
They
Rodgers.
still
lose.
lose to the Rams. It's
They're
the
gonna
same
lose.
thing.
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna
They
lose to
still
the
lose.
Rams.
Because
Boo,
what in Aaron,
laughing. Hold on.
what in Aaron Rodgers' past lets you believe that anything is going to change other than him losing in the playoffs?
And if they
Aaron
play the
Rodgers.
49ers, they definitely losing regardless. 'cause
Aaron
can't beat that team
Rodgers
the same
has
as Giants.
consistently
Lost.
taken his team to the
Lost.
playoffs. Yes, he's
And
lost,
lost.
but he also won it. He's also won.
Yeah, I'm
G
with
baby,
Boo.
let's
Y'all
not
ain't
do
hit
this.
me, but I'm with Boo.
Peyton, I mean, your boy Drew Brees. What do you got? 1 Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
How many Super Bowl appearances he got?
I acknowledge the losses
But
that
the thing
were on
about
Drew Brees.
Aaron
But
Rodgers
Drew
has
Brees
only
didn't
been
have the
to
worst
one
call in
Super Bowl.
NFL history.
Same
And-
thing with Drew Brees.
I don't
Same
get
thing with
Nah.
Dennis Allen.
Okay,
They're the same dude to me.
But wait, Boo, hold up. When
Drew
we
Brees
talk
and
Drew
Aaron-
Brees and Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers and Drew
But-
Brees, they're the same guy.
But Boo, when
Not
it
to
comes
me,
to
hell no.
when it comes to like Aaron Rodgers, like for me, the way I always say about Aaron Rodgers, I'm sorry, and we just got through having this discussion as well. I'm going to state this now. I understand that the special teams was not good. I understand that. Aaron Rodgers also had opportunities to make plays, and he didn't. And I'm not going to, like, people just seem to forget that and absolve of him that. And I'm like, bro,
I'm
this has
gonna
been
say-
too many years where he's had opportunities and he didn't. Like, and same thing with Drew. Like, other than the PI and the Minnesota Miracle, where that was legit not on Drew. Like, for example, the second time we played Minnesota, I've always said there should have been no reason we lost that game. Drew didn't play well. The defense didn't play well. There should have been no reason we were in overtime. We should have lost all that. The time we played the 49ers when Vernon Davis had that touchdown, even though that wasn't on Drew, I felt like there was opportunities earlier in that game where we should have capitalized and we didn't. So I recognize when he loses, but my whole thing is, like, people just seem to forget that and absolve it because, oh, well, it's Aaron Rodgers. And I'm like,
I don't forget it.
like, that's happened too often for me.
Well, yeah,
Like,
Go ahead.
what has every elite quarterback done with the number one wide receiver in the league?
Was Adams always the number one wide receiver?
Except
They
for,
went
except
to
for
the
Joe
Super
Montana.
Bowl.
Except for Joe
They went to
Montana.
the Super Bowl.
Was Adams always the number one wide
They
receiver?
went to the Super Bowl.
He was number
Was
one. last
Devontae
year in
Adams the
consensus.
best wide receiver last year?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, but when you're saying, well, how long are you talking with the best wide
Okay,
receiver?
because all right, okay, fine. So we'll say dope quarterbacks, dope ass wide. Because we saw when Brady got Randy Moss, they set records, destroyed it. They set records,
Mm-hmm.
right? At what point does Aaron Rodgers ever take a skillful wide receiver and just went apeshit? Never.
You know, he ain't throwing for
Cooper
5K, but I'm not gonna lie.
Look.
The touchdown interception.
Matthew
I don't
Stafford-
want to defend
Matthew-
Rodgers, but the touchdown
Matthew
interception
Stafford-
kind of OD.
Matthew Stafford in Detroit with Calvin Johnson made Calvin Johnson break Jerry Rice's record. Did he
I
not?
ain't calling it, but see, Calvin
but listen,
and Devontae
but
ain't
listen.
the same animal.
You
But no.
That's
But
nasty.
listen,
You kind of drag.
yeah, he's nasty. But 1 year with Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp just hit the Triple Crown.
I give you that. Now I give you that.
Why
I'ma give you that.
couldn't Aaron
I'ma give you
Rodgers
that,
do
but
that with
but-
Devontae Adams?
I
But
just don't
I'm gonna
think Aaron
tell you,
Rodgers shows up
I'm gonna
in-
tell you the difference between Stafford and Rodgers. Rodgers is why most people believe that Rodgers clears them, right? Rodgers is not going to live on Devontae Adams. He's just not going. He's going to make all those other guys. You know what I'm saying? He done made guys like Jordy Nelson before.
Randall Cobb.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to feed the others. What's that I can't think of his name. Tight end.
Blizzard.
Mercedes Lewis.
It's hard. Just all
No, no,
type of
Lazard.
no.
dudes. Like we
Jerron, no, I'm gonna look at it.
Well,
Jennings or something like that. Greg Jennings, Donald Driver. Those are the two things that are coming to
Donald
my head.
Driver was more
Donald,
Brett Favre. More
Oh,
Brett
okay.
Favre, and,
Okay, that's fine.
but he still had him a
Jennings,
little
was it
bit.
Jennings?
Greg Jennings, you can say, but I think Greg Jennings was legit though. Like he was a legit
Mm-hmm.
good receiver.
No, yeah, I'm
Like
just
would,
giving names, but yeah, I feel you.
so all right. So even with all of that, so you're saying he's gonna make everybody else around him. He's not gonna force the ball to
I think
Devontae
he
Adams.
goes through I just
He
think he
goes through his
goes through his
progressions.
progressions
Yeah, he does.
just as a
He does.
quarterback. He's not going
He's
to
not just feeding Devontae. Like I'm saying, like
Right.
with David Carr, or I think he's going to feed Adams. He's going to feed him like we see other quarterbacks feed their number one. Aaron Rodgers isn't that type of quarterback. I'm not going to make it all attention on him. I'm going to spread this ball so they loosen up over there, and then I can hit him big. Like that's the type of quarterback Aaron Rodgers is.
But that's my point. What has that gotten him?
Got him a championship.
But you can't. But you know, Mel, that the game is situational.
He wasn't Aaron Rodgers
like,
yet when he won that championship.
What was his name? Ron.
Whoa.
He wasn't
Ron
this
Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers
Ron
when he
Rodgers?
won that Super Bowl.
Ron
I mean, of
Rodgers.
course he was not a
that's all I'm
four-time
saying.
MVP.
He was doing this in high school.
Yeah, that's what I said when he
No,
won
but
that
the
Super Bowl.
when you
style
talk
of
about
play-
talent level, and we're talking
That's
about
like
talent
saying
and
that's
skill,
like
he was
saying
still that
Patrick
same quarterback.
Mahomes wasn't Patrick Mahomes when he because I'm saying like
that's
in
more
listen,
like no.
G
Aaron
in
Rodgers
5
was that
years,
same quarterback
in 5
high school,
years,
bro.
you're not gonna tell me unless he falls off. But in 5 years, I think he's gonna probably be a better quarterback. He's gonna be a smarter quarterback at that time, right?
And still throwing sideways.
And still be doing the same things. Like Aaron Rodgers is just a smarter quarterback, and he knows how the game is slower now at this stage for him. Like,
But
that's
it's
the only
not getting
difference,
enough. But you're not
But
getting
how much of
anything
that
out
are
of
you
it.
putting it on just Aaron and not the other 51 guys?
That's
on
what
the
I'm
team?
saying. Like he
Like
had
if
Mike
it's
McCarthy
more,
for a
if there's
long
any
time as a head coach.
sport,
Mike McCarthy.
if there's any sport that's a team sport, it's the NFL. Because if
No,
your
yeah,
pieces don't click, then it just doesn't fall on one guy. How many of those times?
How many points?
But hold on.
How many points?
How many of those times in the playoffs did Aaron Rodgers lose them the game? How many times did he lose them the game?
He lost in the game. He lost in the game in the 49ers last year.
Last year,
He just did it last year.
One. Okay.
I mean,
keep going.
I can
pull it up.
I can run through them. I can run through them.
Keep going.
Hey, I'll give you the
Keep
games.
going.
Keep
going.
That's what I'm
I ain't
about
gonna
to do.
say never.
Not
I
you.
wouldn't
Mel, you said
say
you
he
were right.
lost
Keep going.
many games at all. I would say
How
he
many
played
games
bad.
has Aaron Rodgers lost for
But
them in
like
the
to
playoffs?
say
You
he just
can't. I
blew
don't
some
think you can name
games.
five of them.
So what do you mean
I
by
don't think
losing?
you can
Like,
name five of them.
he's like, for example, like
your
a
same
Ryan
criteria. Your same criteria
This
for
past
any
season?
other quarterback losing them the game. Any other quarterback losing the game. How?
Because Ryan Tannehill
show
is an
me
example of losing the
that
game.
that could be fine, but show me where he has lost them. One last year was
just
one of them.
making
The year
bad
2 years ago,
throws,
okay.
bad reads. Just that's different. Where it's
How many games have
impacting
been
the game.
lost by some other part in the machine on the Green Bay this season that just passed? This special team.
Okay, that I'll have to pull it. I wasn't prepared for this conversation.
Okay.
But I will definitely pull that up.
All I'm saying
Let's
about
have it.
Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, I mean, both of them top 5, but I just think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback. Simple.
I mean, that's not. That's not crazy.
It's simple. Like it's simple. Like
Aaron Rodgers is top 5.
Hell yeah.
Yes, Mel. Yes.
Yes.
I don't care for Aaron Rodgers, but he's top
Aaron
5.
Rodgers is top 5. What are
He's
you
top
talking
5.
about?
There's not 5. You can't name 5 quarterbacks better than Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, you can't.
Come on, Mel.
You
Don't
can
do
name
it,
3.
man.
You can
Mel
name
got
3.
that look on his face.
You can name 3, and if you like Drew Brees as much as me, you can name 4. But you can't name more than that. I'm sorry. I don't like the. I don't care for the dude either because I think he gets every pass up under the sun.
Okay, I'm not gonna say. All right.
Mel, please
Okay.
don't.
So you think Aaron Rodgers is better than Steve Young?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. I think Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees are better than Steve Young.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me hear your top 5 quarterbacks.
Brady, Manning, Montana, Brees, and Rodgers. Those are the 5.
Mine is the same thing, but but switched 4 and 5 and switched 2 and 3.
So you have Montana 2 and Manning 3?
Yes,
Fair enough.
he was the
That's
GOAT
that.
before Brady.
No, fair enough. I just like Manning a little better than Montana, but I get why.
I
Like, I
get
know
it.
who Joe is. I know who Joe
That
is.
if I was like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like you damn near could put Aaron Rodgers over Joe Montana for the same reasons you putting Peyton Manning because he's just a better
Yeah, I'm
quarterback.
taking D.
But I'm
Fair
not.
enough.
You know what I'm saying? I respect Montana for being the
Better.
GOAT. That's who everybody was
So you
chasing.
got Aaron Rodgers. If you got Aaron Rodgers, clearly you have Aaron Rodgers better than John Elway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like John. I like Elway. But yeah.
John top 10 though for sure.
Yeah, John Elway is for sure top 10.
But
All
I
these
think
guys
I
you
got
named
John
are top 10. Steve Young is top 10 too.
like I think Dan Marino and Brett Favre was my top 5 before I put Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees in there.
So those 5, Dan Marino, Brett
Oh,
Favre, John Elway, Steve Young, and then I really don't care.
This
who
is
put at 10.
this
As
is
long
why
as
I
it's not
said
Warren Moon, as long as it's not Warren Moon, we can
What do you mean not
keep it
Warren Moon?
pushing.
What do you mean not
I
Warren
hate
Moon?
people who put Warren Moon in the top 10. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It is agitating.
So Warren
And then they
Moon's not
bring up
top 10 quarterback?
CFL. No, he's not. And then they bring up CFL like that matters in the NFL. Like I don't care, bro. Like I don't
Oh
care
yeah,
about
I'm gonna have you
CFL.
said.
I
Mel,
cannot
get him.
stand Warren Moon in
Get
the
him,
top
Mel.
10.
Warren
him,
Moon's
Mel.
not a top 10 quarterback?
No, he's not. He can
Why
be
not?
11 through 15. He can be 11. I don't care as long as he's not top 10.
That is crazy.
I ain't gonna
That
lie,
is
like
I think it is.
I think he give me the Dr. J vibes.
Facts. Yo, boy, that is a great comparison. That is
like
a great
like
comparison.
Dr. J on paper, he got a top 10 career, but it's just like I can't put him in there. I just can't do it. I respect him. I just can't do it. Just because a lot of his heavy lifting came in the other league. Like, and then he came to the NBA. He was still great, still won an MVP, I believe, but just wasn't the same though. Like, that's all.
And I'm just judging him off his NFL career. Just his NFL career, he is not a top. I don't care what happened in the CFL. I don't care why he wasn't in the NFL. I only
He
care
said, "I
about
don't care
the
why
NFL.
he wasn't in the NFL." Damn,
Like I
you gotta
like
care
like
why he
like
wasn't
that's
in the
cool.
NFL.
When I talk about top 10 quarterbacks all time, I am looking at what he did as a member of the NFL, and as a member of the NFL, he is not a top 10 quarterback.
Well, if that's the case, then why do you have John Elway below Aaron Rodgers?
I think Aaron Rodgers is better, and John Elway didn't. If I'm not mistaken,
You
correct
said
me if I'm
based
wrong, hold
on
up.
what they did in the NFL,
Yes.
why is Aaron Rodgers below John Elway?
I mean, other than John Elway having one more championship than Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback in every way, other than I guess toughness. If that's a nasty category, but like I'll say John Elway was stronger. You know, probably could take more punishment, but I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback in every facet. Other than that,
I know this gonna sound nasty, but I'm just gonna say it. John Elway would be 0-5 without Terrell Davis.
ooh,
0-5.
Okay.
ooh,
Didn't we just said that the NFL is the most team game ever? Didn't we?
I
Just said that.
agree.
Absolutely.
I agree, but I'm just stating a fact here, right? Like before that Terrell Davis showed up,
they were 0-3.
he was a certified loser.
I
Jim
didn't say
Kelly at his finest.
I didn't.
And don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl as saving him from being a loser. Because he's 1-4 in NFC Championship games and has like 11-10 playoff. Like, I don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to big up Aaron Rodgers. I'm not. Like, I don't want
But
to.
you got him
But
second. You have him second or third all time.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I have him 5. I have him 5. I have him 5 right now, like in the league currently, and I have him 5 all time. So no, I don't. But he's better than John Elway. Like, he's better than John Elway. I'm just not.
This is why I said earlier, when we do the football, I need to be on that because we.
Oh no, you're definitely on there. You're definitely on there.
I mean, I'm just looking at.
No, I got you, brother. Hey, I got you.
I want to get to the doc.
Yeah, we got. That's why I said. I was like, we got to,
Last show we didn't get to the doc at all.
I'm sorry.
So, and I already crossed one thing off. So we'll hold it to next Friday when we got a bigger cast. But yeah, when Buwak come back, we're gonna get into this TBT, the 2012, 2013 Pacers versus the 01, 02 Kings. This the
Well,
episode
while
you're
we're waiting
supposed
on
to have.
Buwak, Mel, let me ask you a question.
Well, while we're waiting on Buwak, G baby, let me ask you a question.
Oh, okay, ask me a question.
How do you feel about Vegas having the Nuggets as a plus 2,000 odds to win a championship next year?
I'm not really familiar with like odds and stuff. Like, who's like, are we like 10th, 11th? Like, I don't know where
Yeah,
we
you're
at.
down there. You're down
Oh,
there.
we're down there. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
That
down
mean
there.
I get it.
that means for every what is every 100 every 1,000 you bet you're plus whatever they put next to it.
I
Plus
mean,
2,000.
okay, so I mean, I get it. I understand why we're there because
Basically, you're a long shot to.
yeah,
I
because
mean,
on paper, there's 4 teams in the East that probably look better than us right now, and there's 2 teams in the West, in my opinion, that look better than us right now. So like,
two teams.
I get it, but like that part doesn't worry me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a bettor, mainly because it's illegal in Texas, but I'm not a bettor. So I like odds and stuff don't really like bother me, but like I know what we are.
Two
I
teams
know
in the
what we
West
can
better than
be.
you. There's 2 teams in the West better
Clippers and
than you.
Warriors. I believe the Clippers and the Warriors are the only 2 teams when healthy that are better than the Nuggets. And I don't even. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. I think
Man,
with the
whoop.
depth that the Warriors lost, I think if we matched up in a series, I think we can beat them in 6 because of all the depth they lost. Now we'll see who they replace it with, but as of right now, I think we can beat the Warriors in 6.
Wow,
All
that is
right.
crazy.
The order is G baby Mel Buwak.
What we doing?
2012, 2013 Pacers versus the 01, 02 Kings. G baby offense.
Pacers.
Mel.
Mm. I'm gonna go Kings.
Kings.
Defense.
I love my man Seaway.
Nah, I'm gonna go Pacers on this one.
I'm gonna stand strong. Screw that. We gonna go Kings.
I'm gonna say the Pacers for sure.
Better coach.
Uh, Kings? Yeah, Kings.
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 Better bench.
I'm gonna go Pacers.
Who's the 6 man on that team?
We didn't get to 6 man yet.
You talking about bench though, so you gotta
Well, you
kind of
said
think
bench.
of them too though, just in general. Because coming off the bench, you know how that go, man.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know. Better. I'm still go Kings on that.
Yeah, I'm going Kings too.
6 man.
Bobby Jackson.
Yeah.
Six man.
Was the Pacers 6 man? Was Paul? No, he wasn't. Was Danny Granger coming off the bench?
Nah,
Nah.
sorry. I think it was George Hill, Paul George, Danny Granger.
Tyler Hansbrough and Roy Hibbert. So
Yeah, or David West and Roy Hibbert.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll still go Pacers. Just to
Tyler Hansborough was coming off the bench.
yeah, so I'll still go Pacers just to keep them moving.
Or was it Lance Stevenson? They had the fucking team. Shit. Hold on.
It might have been Lance. Now that I think about it,
In 2013.
this
That
is
was
the
my
year they
only
went.
guy. I couldn't do
This is
if
the year
Lance
they
was
went
on
7
that
with
team.
Miami. So
Okay, then Lance was on that team.
What you say, Mel? I'm sorry.
I said Sacramento.
What?
Kings.
Best playmaker.
Kings.
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 Toughness.
Can I'm gonna go Pacers.
I'm sticking with the era because they were just tough back then. Kings,
Pacers.
Chemistry.
Kings.
Kings,
Kings.
G baby, I didn't catch what you said.
Uh, Kings.
Who would you rather play?
The Pacers.
Pacers,
Kings.
Who wins?
Kings slightly.
Kings.
Pacers.
Discuss.
The only reason I said offense for the Pacers, I think I low-key regret it. But Mel, I was thinking the same
And I
thing.
love you.
Yeah, but I was thinking the same thing when I was about to say Kings for toughness because of the era. But I think the Pacers, like, I just remember that team, man, and they were so tough.
It
Like,
was
they were the only team in the Miami Heat era run where I genuinely believed they could keep them from making the finals.
20 and 10 Kings.
That was the only team I genuinely thought, oh, Miami might get caught. Like, there was never any other time where I thought Miami wasn't going to make the finals. Even when Boston went up 3-2, I still thought Miami was going to pull it out. Like,
That's
I
the
had no
team I
doubt they
thought
could
could
do it.
beat them.
Yeah,
I didn't think I didn't think necessarily Indiana could at that time. I thought they was going to be competitive, of course, but
No, I
I
thought
thought
they did because
Boston.
they because the Pacers played them tough during the regular season.
and that's why I thought they could get caught.
Yeah, they
Because,
definitely played them tough. They was a tough team.
Because that
yeah.
was the game. That was the year
So
Paul
Danny
George
Granger,
torched LeBron, and the next game that they played, LeBron told D Wade, "You got his ass."
so
Hmm.
And Wade, I
2012,
mean,
2013 is what we just did, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, Danny Granger didn't play that season. He was done pretty
Nah,
much.
he
This
was
was
he
the
was hurt. Yeah,
emergence of
he was
Lance
hurt that year.
Stevenson.
Oh, okay.
So the
I
starting
just saw it on the
five was
roster. I didn't see what he averaged.
George Hill, Paul George, Lance Stevenson, David West, and Roy Hibbert.
So off the bench, it was Gerald. Oh, they had Gerald Green on this team?
Gerald Green. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Him, Tyler Hansbrough, DJ Augustine.
I
Yeah.
ultimately picked the I ultimately picked the Pacers to win the series because I just think they, even though I picked the Kings in a lot of categories, I just think they aren't far off in either category either. Like I just think they pose more of a threat on both ends for me in a 7-game series.
Mhm. I don't think he even
And
goes
then I'm
7.
looking at the Kings. The only like I had them winning. I think it's close, but like they had Chris Webber averaging 24, Peja was averaging 21, Bibby, Vlade, Hito, even Hito was dropping 10. You know, Bobby Jackson was dropping 11. Doug Christie, like I just think offensively they would be able to overcome what Indiana was doing defensively, and then offensively for
It's,
Indiana, even though I
it's
think
like
they stepped it up in the playoffs, like regular season, they weren't wowing people offensively. They were just
It was
playing
it
really
was
good
it was
team
a lot of Paul
defense.
George. It was a
so I'm
lot
I
of
gonna
mean,
Paul
he
ask
was
George.
y'all.
averaging 17 regular
I'm gonna
season,
turn
so
I'm gonna turn this question on to y'all. Y'all say this is the only team y'all believe could have beat Miami.
in the Eastern
That
Mhm.
means
Conference
you think the
Finals.
Kings could have beat Miami as well.
Yes.
If they were in the East, I think they would have a chance to beat Miami in the playoffs.
Nah, I don't see that one.
I mean, that's
I
fair. I
think
get it.
LeBron. I
I know
think
it's not pretty,
LeBron
but I
would
think they
to
could.
destroy them. I just think that Doug Christie was a solid defender, but he's gonna have to guard D Wade. Then who's guarding LeBron? Like LeBron's gonna probably destroy.
Oh, so are you saying defensive wise, like it doesn't work? I mean, I get it.
It's just
I
I
don't
just
hate
think
it.
matchup wise, it wouldn't benefit the Heat.
And then also too,
Right.
I just look at what they had to go through in them 4 years. I'm
The
not saying it was necessarily weak, but other than Boston and this Indiana series, I don't remember a time they struggled. Like there was never a
Oh,
time
I
I batted
agree.
an eye and I was like, oh, that might be a good one. Like there was never a time, and even
I
Boston, I still
I
thought Miami and
agree.
them were gonna win. Like I never
I
doubted they
agree.
would win.
We synced them in their first year together for one Boston. So most people thought that that was gonna happen again, but Boston took them to 7. So I'm just saying, like Boston, I only thought Boston because Boston was a gritty team. Like they're just gritty. Like they had 3 veterans that weren't going. You know what I'm saying? That they had the mentality of fuck LeBron. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't afraid of LeBron. I thought every other team was afraid of us. Like not to the Toronto Raptors effect, but I just thought for the most part, most players
Yeah,
were
they had a healthy
succeeding to
fear.
LeBron. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the Pacers to me though was just a like y'all said, that was a hell of a team. Just ran into the wrong team.
Fair enough.
Y'all good?
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
Good.
let's get to it. I'm ready to close it out. So we gonna get to this true or false. Mel, have you played true or false with us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So y'all know how it works. We could jump into it.
He's played all 16 games 4
False.
times.
I'm gonna say
That
false.
because Jay Cutler ass was always getting hurt.
That's why I want to say false. And his
But
I'm gonna
watch
say
career
it be
was
true.
only
true,
like
and
what 9 years.
I'm gonna say true.
I'm gonna say false.
Yeah,
Watch it be true.
It's
it
gonna
might
be
be,
it's gonna be
but
3 times. I mean, true.
yeah, it's like I don't know about this one.
Trying to guess my
Who's
falses. All right. So Mel, you went false.
I'm gonna say false. Watch it be his first 4 years.
E
He played
baby
all
said
16
false,
games.
and then Boo Up said true.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, boo
Didn't
up
I
Okay.
tell
called it.
you? I
Boo
fucking knew
up
this
called
guy.
it.
I know this guy, man.
That's funny.
Jonathan Stewart has
Watch this
51
one be 52.
touchdowns.
I'm gonna say
I'm
true.
gonna say true. I'm gonna say true. Wait a minute. He said rush for 51 touchdowns.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think. I'm gonna still say true. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna still say true.
I'm gonna say false.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go false. That's too much for him.
I don't think it is. Yeah, I say
True.
I think 51 sounds just about right.
I
He
don't
was
remember
getting
him
touchdowns.
scoring touchdowns because they were splitting carries a lot.
Right, him and D'Angelo.
Yeah. Nate Burleson is fine.
His clutch percentage?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I know Nate Burleson does have like a
He
crazy
got some
stat.
retarded, stupid.
I
Yeah,
was
he
like, he
does.
has a crazy stat to his
He
What's
name.
up
I
with
does.
just
these
don't know if this is
parentheses,
it.
man? This Troy.
That's
It's
what you're
something
looking
to
at.
this
That's
shit.
what you're looking at to
It's
see if it's
something
true or
to this
false.
shit.
No,
Yeah.
that's when
It's
I
something.
told you guys in the
Right.
first one when I put parentheses is what you're looking at to say if it's true or false.
Right. Gotcha.
I'm gonna say
Y'all
true
just
because
need something to do something.
I
yeah.
just don't know if this is the crazy stat though. But I know Nate
I'm gonna
Burleson owns a stat that's like nobody would ever think to think about that. But I'm gonna say true for now. But
and the fact that you're showing him in a Vikings uniform.
yeah, I was
I
like, but
just
I
went with
know.
any picture that I could get.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I was
Oh,
going
like,
okay.
false.
because I
Okay.
know he played with the Lions at the end, and yeah.
I'm
So
going
I'm gonna say
false,
Well,
true.
man.
that's why your ass don't got to win yet. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's go.
What you
Yeah.
mean?
I don't
no
care.
points on the board for Boo-Wop.
False.
Danny Emmons.
Oh,
That's
that's for
false.
sure false.
That's
That's
false.
for
Yeah,
sure
that's
false.
false.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think he got drafted by
Yeah.
the Dolphins.
No. He was undrafted.
No.
Him
Oh, he was
and
undrafted.
Julian
Oh,
He
Edelman, I
signed.
believe, were
okay.
undrafted.
He signed with the Rams or something like that. I think.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna say true. Why not? Shout out Marion Barber, R.I.P.
Because I
True.
remember because he got tackled for a loss in that fucking play.
True.
Wow.
Oh no, that's
That's
where he went.
crazy.
No,
He
I know he
loved
got
it. Look
tackled
at
for a
him.
loss.
Look at him. He fucking love it. He got
Yeah,
us all.
Say he got tackled. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? He got tackled
No, I was
25
watching.
yards
I
away.
was no. I remember the game that he was doing. It was a Thursday. It was a Monday night or Thursday night game.
I don't know
Jeremy
what in me
Macklin.
wants to say true right now, but I'm gonna say true.
That sound like too many folks.
Nah, because
No,
I'll let you make a guess. I'll explain why if I get it
114
right.
games.
I'm trying to
I
tell
know he
you, he played
played.
112 games, man.
I'm gonna go false
I said true.
because he didn't play that long with the daggone Eagles. It
Hey, you
is
want to know
true.
why I think it's true? Because he had a couple of games towards the end of his career with the Chiefs where
It
he
is
actually
true.
got in and played, so it counts. That's why I think it was true. I actually might know this one.
True, man.
Nah, I think because how many playoff games did he play?
He could have
You know
threw them
what?
bitches in one
I'm gonna
game.
go
He could have
false
threw.
because I only ever remember him having one playoff game and he lost
He
it,
could have
but he
threw.
didn't throw that many interceptions. So I'm gonna go false. I really hope I'm not wrong because this is AJ McCarron on the Bengals. I was rooting for that man.
In the playoffs has 5 interceptions.
I don't think he's ever played more than one playoff game, and he did throw 5 picks that day.
Wait a
So
minute,
I'm going
didn't he
false.
fill in when he was on the Chiefs?
Who's
No,
left, Mel?
That was Chad Henne or whatever his name was. AJ McCarron's never been on the Chiefs.
No, we didn't talk about that, Roddy. Well, we out of here after this. Bring it up in the
So
next show.
I'm going false.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
waiting for
true.
Mel.
I'm gonna go true.
Stop playing with
False one.
me.
He got 5 in the
AJ
regular
McCarron's my
season, right?
guy.
I'm falling off
He
at
said
the
he got
falling
5
off
in the
at the
regular
end.
season, right?
Pierre Thomas, man. I ain't heard that name in a minute. I always
Shout
thought
out
Reggie
Pierre
Bush was
Thomas.
better.
He went to my high school, man.
Hey,
Shout out Pierre. I always thought Reggie Bush was better, but that's neither here nor there.
oh yeah.
It's just they never made him the top back.
Them these parentheses and shit, man. Oh my
Yeah, it's
god.
the it's the 35
I'm
30.
gonna say false on this one. And the only reason why is because the last 2 ones have been true. So I'm gonna say
I'm
false.
going true.
I
True.
gotta get back on the horse. Pierre Thomas, Pierre Thomas, Pierre Thomas.
You think I should know this, but
35
I don't.
touchdowns. And you're a Saints fan. That's the only reason why I was leaning on you.
But
Winning right now.
I can't. I became a Saints fan when Reggie Bush got there. So Pierre Thomas was like, "Yeah, you cool. Where's Reggie?"
G Baby got 6 points right now.
Honestly, I
I'm
don't even
where-
care for Deuce McAllister like that.
Well,
to
I'm
be
at
honest.
5 right now. Ain't I need this.
You're
False.
at 3 right now.
3? I thought it was at 5. Okay. 3. Let's go. We're gonna match it. We're gonna get it. False.
What
No,
did I
4,
say?
I'm lying. 4. Wait, no, I'm looking at M.
Isn't M for male?
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 3 now. But who you got? Who you taking? Pierre
What was my
Paul, who
answer?
you
What did I
Mel?
tell you
I
already?
said true.
I know you said true. G Baby said false.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna stick with it.
I said false.
You said I gotta follow G Baby, get back on the winning train.
Yeah, I gotta get on the horse.
Stop playing
All
with
right.
me, man.
True.
Oh,
That's true. That's true.
ooh. Hold up. I gotta
That's
think
true.
about this. Because I know he had one on the Jets with Brandon Marshall. I know he had one then. And I know he had one on the Broncos. I just don't know if he had two. Because I know he went crazy the year old boy Peyton Manning went off. I just don't know if he did it again.
I like how I got 2 quick answers and one just thinking.
I'm gonna go true. Nah, because Eric Decker was my fantasy guy for like 3 years. So I'm gonna go true. Oh, okay. So he did do it twice.
That's one.
True.
False.
It's false. It's 4-2.
The winner is G baby. Well,
Only got one wrong, right?
I don't think you got two. G got
Got three,
1,
man.
2, 3, 4.
I could have sworn he won one more
5,
playoff game after
6,
that. After he made that
7,
playoff run.
8,
But then he would have had another loss.
9, 1, 2, 3,
You're right.
4, 5. 5 out of Mel. So Mel, you was right. You had 5.
Yeah,
Buwak
because AFC
had
Championship twice.
3,
one.
man. Try to cheat me.
Because
2.
there was the narrative around Mark
You
Sanchez.
got 2 Buwak.
There's a
Yeah.
narrative around Mark Sanchez one year where it's
1.
like he could have beat Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and
Tom
Ben
Brady.
Roethlisberger in the
Yeah,
same
all in the
playoff
playoffs.
run.
Buwak, you got 3. 3 Buwak.
And Mark
I
Sanchez
told you
was
what
playing
I did,
good too. I'm so.
I had to
sad.
count it, man. I had to count it, bro. You got 3. You still lose.
He gets a bad rap because of the butt fumble.
He really did.
Still a loser. Final thoughts, man. Let's get it better. Final thoughts, Buwak.
Man, you already know, man. I'll see y'all Monday, man.
G baby.
You feel me?
Yeah, hey, first pod in the new apartment. I'm feeling alive, Hey, Nuggets is 6 since 2023.
It's definitely Bryce
Oh,
Hill,
hey. If you're in the Discord, if you want to be in a fantasy league, let me know. I don't know if we're gonna do a 16-team league or if we just gonna do 2 different 10 teams. But hey, go if you in the Discord, go there, react if you want to be in a fantasy league, man. It's popping.
Mel.
Yeah. So, no, I got that football part. I got jumped in on that. So I got to get this stuff out of my head. So we here.
And I'll see you guys when I see you. No, I'm playing. I see